Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson scoring a touchdown against his former mates as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 2nd and a yard, Haskins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. The 30, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run with Thompson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a party.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Now this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936, 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. Wentz going to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 12. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Tight end right. 46 down, man, 5-4. Check.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Blitz coming and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 6-6. Pull it high.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he fires one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Bravo! Come off the ball, 51 the mark.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wentz again. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Haskins. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Play action. Haskins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Justin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So nice number one. I've got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz looking deep. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, this is Geis. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. Now on 2nd and 16, Haskins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Haskins will throw. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, 35 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. On 1st down, they run with Howard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Again, it's Howard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Watch one.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys are able to regain the lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down here. And the blitz does come. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
56. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Let's find 7. 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson, 33 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. They run with Howard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Trips. 86 is on the go. 86 is on the go. That's you.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To Thompson on the draw. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson there to make the grab. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just in. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
53. Check 53. Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Haskins to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They'll run with Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.